this practice is designed for babies who are up to 6 months old, so you can practice it with your newborn. You're also welcome to try anything else if this doesn't work. We are using a yoga mat and we are using a yoga blanket. So maybe you want some extra blankets, some extra pillows. Start in a cat-cow. So we're going to place our baby right on our blanket. And then we're going to bring our hands beside our babies, knees underneath the hips, wrists underneath the shoulders. As we inhale, we're going to drop the belly, open the chest, look forward. And as we exhale, we're going to say hi to our baby, curl our spine up towards the sky. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, look forward. Exhale, round the spine for cat. One more time, inhale and exhale. And then we'll find our neutral spine and we'll just bump the hips a little side to side. You can take your gaze past your shoulder if that feels comfortable for you. If this is uncomfortable, you can always, or if you just want to be closer to your baby, you can always come down onto the forearms and work side to side, or even your cat-cow. Then we're going to curl the toes, bring the hands maybe a little bit wider. You might want to come off of your blanket. And then we'll exhale to lift the knees, press the hips up and back. We're saying hi to our baby, maybe wiggling the hips a little side to side. You can start to pedal the feet out here. And then we'll slowly guide the knees all the way back down. We're going to sit back on our knees. We'll pick up our baby, maybe hug our baby a little bit. And then we're going to come into a low lunge. So we'll step 1 foot forward, and then you can hold your baby, maybe place your baby on your knee if that feels good. So we're just stretching the front of the hip on the right side. If you stepped forward with your left foot, if you did the opposite foot, that's okay. You can also flip your baby to face away from you and kind of rest on your body. So whatever works for you and your baby, every baby is different. We'll grab our baby and then we'll slowly just come and switch legs. So again, you can place your baby on your knee. If you want to look at your baby, say hi to your baby. Breathing into the front of the left hip this time. Seeing if we can keep a nice tall spine, relaxing the shoulders. And then we'll slowly come all the way back down. We'll swing the legs in front, and then we'll hold our baby right in our lap, maybe on the floor or on your feet, whatever feels good. If your baby needs a little bit of neck support, you can just use the back of your fingers. And we'll slowly take a forward fold. If you want, you can also lay your baby down on the ground, especially if they're really young, or just breathing into the outer hips. Inhale, find length through the spine, open the chest. And exhale to allow the spine to round. Slowly roll up. We'll pick our baby up. And we'll bring the knees together. And we're going to come to lay down on our backs. So I like to lay on my blanket. Your feet are going to be about hip width apart. Your knees are going to be about hip width apart. We're going to keep our baby on our chest for a little bit of tummy time. Here we're crossing one leg over the knee for a figure 4 stretch. Breathing into the outer hip. You can shake a little side to side if that feels good. Hi, Hazel. Then we'll gently switch sides, moving with the breath, keeping an awareness in the neck and the shoulders. Breathing into the outer hip. And then we'll lift our baby and place them to sit right kind of on our hips. So we're going to come into a bridge. So as we inhale, we're going to fill the belly. As we exhale, we're going to squeeze the glutes, lift the head, lift the hips. Baby comes up with us. Inhaling to lower all the way back down. Again, inhale to prepare, filling the belly. Exhale, squeeze and lift the hips up as far as you feel comfortable, focusing on using the back of the legs. Inhaling to come back down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Inhale to come down. You can bring your baby back onto the belly. And we're going to turn onto one side. So I'm going to turn this way and then we'll press through the elbow to sit up. And if that doesn't work for you, you can do whatever works for you. Yeah, was that fun? Nose, little rosy cheeked baby. So we're going to place our babies down onto the mat, toe to toe with our baby, and you can keep your feet hip width apart or together, whatever feels good in your body. Fingers can be on the ground or maybe even some blocks if the ground is really far away, and you can bend your knees as much as you need to here. Breathing into the back of the legs. Maybe shaking the hips a little side to side. And maybe playing with shifting the weight from the heels and the balls of the feet. And just notice how that changes the sensation in the back of the legs. Maybe releasing the head for a moment. Maybe shaking the head a little side to side. Inhale, we're going to find a nice flat back position. So a nice neutral neck, a nice neutral spine. Fingers can stay on the ground. They can come to the shins or come all the way onto the thighs. So just like in a tabletop position, a nice supported spine here. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. And then as we exhale, we'll release all the way back down into our forward fold. We'll bring the feet together if they aren't already and slowly start to bend the knees to come into this little ball position. And then we can use the hands to release the hips all the way back down to the ground. You can extend the legs out long if that feels good. Maybe bring your baby a little bit closer, or you could just scoot forward. We're going to turn the toes up towards the sky. We can use a toy here and help with head rotation, breathing into the inner thighs. We can play with baby's feet, breathing into the back of the legs, sitting up nice and tall. And then we'll slowly bring one leg in, whichever one you want. I'm just going to create a little bit of space here. We're going to keep one leg extended out long and the other leg is going to be folded. Sole of the foot will come to the inner thigh. You can stay sitting up nice and tall here, or you can take a forward fold, maybe reaching the hands, maybe giving your baby a little kiss. Breathing into the inner thigh on the extended leg, the outer hip on the folded leg. Saying hi to our baby. Maybe taking a moment of gratitude for having this time to check in with the body and bond with our baby. And we'll slowly walk the hands up and we'll just switch sides. Just noticing if this side feels different or the same. And then maybe taking that forward fold if you want to. Giving our baby a little kiss. A little kiss for our baby, my baby Hazel. Remember, you can stay up here if that feels better in your body. And we'll slowly bring the legs in. We're going to come to lay down on our backs for a supine twist. So I'm going to keep my baby in tummy time. And we'll slowly bring the knees together, feet together, and just let the knees fall over to one side. We'll say hi to our baby. Hi, baby. Breathing into the belly. Grounding down through the opposite shoulder blade, relaxing the neck. And as we exhale, we'll bring the knees all the way back up to the ceiling. You can adjust your hips if you need to. And we'll slowly lower our knees over to the other side. Slowly drawing the knees all the way back up towards the sky. And straightening the legs out long. So if your baby can tolerate tummy time for this long, then you can stay here with your hands on your baby, maybe one hand on your baby, one hand on your belly. Allowing the feet to flop to each side. If your baby really is not happy with tummy time, then we can just create a little roll so that you can rest and your baby can kind of stay safe. So we'll take one blanket and we'll move it over. So we'll take one blanket, we'll lay on the ground. If you're gonna lay down in your Shavasana, I would just slide this over so that it's right next to you. And then you're gonna take another towel, blanket. I'm gonna take this one and we're gonna roll it long ways. And then we'll slowly just take this here and create a little cocoon for our baby so our baby can't roll around. And so my baby will rest here in this position and I will lay beside my baby on my mat. And maybe we bring a hand on our baby's leg. You can open your other arm out to the side. maybe just taking a few deep breaths to let that practice sink in. Or you can stay here as long as time or your baby allows.